Hello, and good morning from me. I'm KingrhodesTN, and we are going to be running the Rugrats search for Reptar. So bear with me here, as it's about 5 a.m. on the East Coast, and let's pray for some good RNG. So real fast, before I get the run going, we are going to start with an RNG manip. So in the bottom right-hand corner, we are looking for Phil. He'll be like the second or third baby to pop up. When Phil pops up, we start the run. That's Manip's RNG for the very first level that we're going to do. So we will get this rolling. So once we start, we're going to wait for Phil, and we will start the timer. There is Phil, and here we go. So the first level that we're doing is Chucky's Glasses. All these levels are based off of actual episodes in the show. And this game has 3 or 4 levels that are pretty RNG induced. And again, we're hoping for 1 or 2 different seeds here based off of what we're doing. So we did specific movement before we went into the level. And we're hoping for Lil there. We have Phil, which is the second best seed, but that's still good. Because if not, we could be looking for babies that are all over the top floor. And since we're in the Pickles house, there's 2 floors. We're hoping everyone stays on the bottom. So since Phil was behind the trash can, that means Lil is going to be in the garage. So it works just about the same. Tommy's the one that's going to be in the wrong spot. That is in the bathroom that we have to go to here in 1 second. So it won't be too much out of the way. But we do get actually an extra Reptar bar for our troubles. So we kind of save a little bit of time on the grand scheme of things here. Because normally Phil is literally right to our right there. So we just have to kind of make this little detour off to the side. And Tommy will be behind. Ooh, bonking the wall. Tommy will be behind the TV here. And then we will run back to the playpen, and we will beat the first stage of the game. So this game essentially is, it says a search for Reptar. We're looking for 15 Reptar puzzle pieces. Once we get all the puzzle pieces, we can access the last level. Now, we're also looking for Reptar bars. 15 Reptar bars gives us a free puzzle piece. That means one less level that we have to do. And we will end up getting, I think, about 45 of these throughout. There's a couple of best bonus stages that we do that allows us to get 3 or 4 at one time. So that's in between levels. It triggers a bonus stage. Some levels we're going to quit right out that are a little bit longer. Other ones we'll do, which allows us to get Reptar bars faster. So the next level we're doing is Circus Angelicus. So this level actually allows us to kind of have a little glitch, if you will. Not that we're performing, but at the end of the stage, or the second part, we're going to be filling Lil here. And it's going to allow us to jump really far. The game allows the characters to then continue that jump, and it'll be faster to jump with Spike when we do a couple levels. As well as when we're Tommy, we're going to be able to jump down like a full flight of stairs if we don't bump on the wall. So this level was pretty important to do second because it allows the other levels to be sped up because of that. So now we're on the little tricycle here with Phil and we're going to do the jump at the... Oh, don't miss the Reptar bar. That bar can be pretty tricky against the wall. So we don't want to make sure we miss the jump here because it can happen potentially if I jump too early. But there's a little ramp we're going to go up right here. And basically jump when it's on the red. We kind of get launched forward. And this last part, just Angelica putting Chucky into a thing to leave. This is the end of the actual episode. I do remember that. But that's the level there. That's Circus Angelicus. But again, now we have a far jump. But now we're going to go to No More Cookies. So No More Cookies has a cool little trick that we're going to do as well. We're going to die or get caught on purpose. Here's the goal. Sometimes it doesn't work. That it works. Sometimes Angelica can get triggered. So now we get to eat like 5 times as fast. So we actually take an intentional like death there and allows us to finish the stage a lot faster. So now after every bonus stage, it puts you back in the playpen. So like the level's mapped out to where it's the routing is mapped out to where you go upstairs and downstairs intentionally. And you can see I almost jumped all the way down the stairs and we had a really far jump there. So now we're down in the basement, and at the end of the stage, it'll teleport us back upstairs. Now this level can actually be kind of tricky.
Show me what you got.
This is the Mysterious Friend episode. Again, another episode in the show where Stu creates all of like the Mr. Friend robots, and they kind of attack the babies. So Tommy's going through and trying to kill them all. Well, they can get stuck on different objects, and then they can be in my way of my attacks. So I could actually potentially die here. If you die, you get kicked out of the stage. And if I lose a jump like I did there, you can see my health bar in the bottom right hand corner is going down a little bit, but I think I should be okay. Little butt bounce, boom, we are good. So, again, every stage we are going through specifically getting Reptar pieces, Reptar bars. That one had 3 that we went through. Now, Muroland is a really long stage, and we're going to continue to skip. We're not going to play that. An also unique way to skip your cutscenes and skip all that kind of stuff there. So pay close attention to when I enter this next stage here. We're going to go play the alien stage where all the babies get abducted by aliens and Angelica's got to rescue them. Now when we're on here, okay, you're going to see the screen, you're seeing it kind of move around and jump. When it stops jumping, you hold the triangle button because we are on the PS2. This is a PS1 game, I probably should have said that. This is a PS1 game, and we are playing on our PS2. So we're holding the triangle button when the screen stops like bouncing, and it's going to go into the stage about a second later. So if you're holding triangle, it automatically skips the cutscene that you're going into it. So we're going to hold the wall until we see this red door piece up there, and then we can make a far jump, and then now we're getting our next bar here. So I'm going to go for this next Reptar bar that we're going to have. So there's a blind shot we're going to try to shoot here with our little laser. The lasers can allow us to grab Reptar bars. However, if I don't get it within a few shots, I have an extra one from the first stage because we got the second seed we wanted, not the first. So it's a little bit faster from that standpoint.
Hey, this is almost fun.
I don't know why I went to the right there. I got to go right on this one. I'll blame it being a little early in the morning. So we're going to hold... Oh my... What am I doing? Alright, y'all. I don't know. I have not had this problem before. Alright. It should be here and then left. And why wasn't I going to... Okay. I got a little turnaround. Yeah, I'm supposed to... wow, I don't know what happened there.
This is great!
So we're trying to shoot behind us here. I got it right there. That was the weirdest... This was the weirdest stage ever. I don't know why I got turned around. I didn't even get turned around. The thing wouldn't let me go up because I got too close to the edge. But we're good. No worries. We're still doing fantastic. Alright, so now we're still upstairs. The key there is to actually not press the circle button, because I like to spam circle or triangle at the end of stages. If you do, that was the one of the stages that you may actually accidentally re-enter. I've lost a ton of runs there re-entering the stage. So now we're doing Let There Be Light. So this is the episode where basically Chucky and Tommy are going through the Pickles house because the power went off.
I'm gonna find the kitchen if it's the first thing I do.
And they know the light was in the refrigerator, so when they go to the refrigerator, they turn the light on.
The kitchen.
So this is the level from that. Look at that perfect jump down the staircase. However, this is the first level, or well, second level now, that has a ton of RNG into it. So this is one of the biggest reset points of the entire run, because if Spike does not cooperate with us, then we just lose a ton of time. So Spike can be in one of 5 places in this next, once we trigger the area here. So we're going to drop our flashlight and go to the fridge. Now Spike can be outside, which in theory is the best spot, I think the fastest spot for him. If we were to go to that, but once you check outside, that's the only spot you can check. Or we can check upstairs, which gives us 4 rooms to check. And this is the perfect Spike, wow. Perfect Spike RNG. If I did not mess up the outer space level, this would honestly be on PB pace right now by pretty good. So now we're going to the next bonus level. We're going to play Touchdown Tommy. So we're going to grab 2 Reptar bars here, maybe. What are you doing? And we're going to actually manipulate Angelica's movement to be right behind Lil. I kind of messed up. There we go. And she's just going to continually jump into Lil while we safely drink our chocolate milk.
Over here.
And there we go. So now we're at 16 bars, which gives us an extra puzzle piece. And we go back down to 1. And we need 14 more bars, and we're good. I think there's about 3 stages left, give or take. I think. So now we're doing Grandpa's Teeth. And then, yes, 3 more. So we got Grandpa's Teeth is next. This is one of my favorite episodes for some reason. When I was a kid, I remember watching the show. This is where basically a goose steals Grandpa's teeth, and the babies go back and try to get it from him. Now, at the beginning of the stage, there's also a little bit of RNG, so we're hoping that this gate is open. It's a 50-50 chance that it is open, and it is. So we don't have to run around, so that saves like 5 to 6 seconds or something like that. So this is supposed to be a maze, but let's see if I don't get lost. There's been times where I've gotten lost coming out of this spot here. So we're going to go to this goose, and we're going to run right around him. Get the Reptar bar and keep going.
Run away!
And now if this gate is open right there, it throws me off because I will go through the gate sometimes farther than I need to. So I hope that gate's always closed, just from the standpoint of it helps me map my level out. But look at that. So now we're on Spike. Now the goal of this game, or this part, is you just want to jump as much as you can. Now you can actually get in front of the goose. It's really hard, and you can get caught sometimes. And then once you get in front of the goose, you can just kind of jump infinitely. And you can go as fast as you possibly can. If you're behind the goose, you can only go as fast as the goose goes. You can kind of push him forward by staying close to him. But if you get too close to the goose, when you jump over those obstacles, you'll actually like kind of get stuck in the air. And then you'll get stuck on the obstacle, and it's just a whole mess. So I'm hoping to avoid any kind of issues when it comes to that. I'm just going to keep trying to jump sideways and kind of a little bit of a diagonal. As you see, kind of Spike just drift. That gets me the most distance and the most speed in the air. And again, that's because of Circus Angelicus that allowed us to kind of keep that little glitchy, weird programmed movement that it has. Got a couple more jumps left. I go a little bit wide, again, because of the goose. Now here's the hardest Reptar bar for me. You just tap left and you can get it. There's a lot of runs where I don't. So now the goose is shaking Chucky, and there it is, and you can see here, there goes the teeth. So I let that play for about 2 seconds, just so you can see that's how the episode kind of ended too. So another time, I don't want to press circle or triangle at the end of the stage, and Tommy just did a weird move around, right? What is going on? Alright then, we've had some weird janky movement already, y'all. That is super weird. We got stuck behind the towels. That has not happened before. So yeah, okay. So this is the last big RNG of the run. This is also the last, like, you know, pretty much wall. So if you can be on a great run, and then all of a sudden, and the Cynthia Doll is not in a good spot, and you lose just a ton of time for nothing that you can do. So this is one of the most heaviest movement areas as well with Spike. So we're basically going through the sewers. This is an episode where Tommy and Chucky, or the babies, puts Cynthia on a little boat because the parents are doing like a car wash, and then Cynthia goes down the sewer. Angelica's super upset, mad at the babies, and Spike's like, I'm gonna go save the day. So he runs away from home to basically go in the sewers to save Cynthia, which is what we're doing here. Come on, Spike. Okay. So we're basically going through, and there's a handful of Reptar bars that we're going, specifically that we're gonna grab. We're gonna go over here. There's 2 more Reptar bars in this area that we're grabbing on purpose, technically 3. So we're gonna get to this next spot over here. I specifically wait on my jumps so I don't jump into the water without being able to jump out, because you do lose health. That's our health bar is the bone. It's like the babies is the juice bottle. So now we're gonna hear it's gonna like trigger a little tiny little cutscene, and now we gotta get Cynthia. Cynthia can be in like 5 or 6 different places. We're hoping that Cynthia is right here to our left, and look at this, another perfect RNG. This is fantastic. I honestly am super upset that we screwed up the outer space so bad, because this would be a fantastic run right now. We've had amazing RNG. Gold Rush, we're not going to do. It takes way too long. And we have 1 level, well, 2 levels remaining, but 1 level with the babies. So we're going to go to Incident on Aisle 7. This episode is the episode where I think this is where they look for Reptar cereal, because his fudge rounds or fudge sickle stuff Grandpa's fudge stuff has been eaten. So that's the first area. We just literally go to these balloons, and then these guys are trying to stop us here. So if you shoot them, and then you can actually hit them in the feet. Oh, that was so fast. If you hit them in the feet, it counts as 2 hits. So when you hit them in the head, they flip over. Then you hit him in the feet, and it counts as 2 hits, and he got up really quickly. So now we're going to walk our way to... I'm actually going to skip that Reptar bar, that bar right there. Because we still have been on perfect Reptar bars.
Aisle 8, Larry or Steve.
And our last one should be right here. Yep. And we will put the puzzle together at the end of this level. We're going to put our puzzle together, which is completing the game.
Eggy.
But we have one stage after that we have to do.
Without my bottle.
Larry,
Okay.
Steve, clean up in the detergent department.
Okay.
Just
Oh,
need water.
I got caught. That's fine. I was trying to beat that little cycle there. So now we got these lobsters. So we're going to run. And what you're supposed to do is take a can and hit the blue lobster. And it like freezes them in the corner for a second. Well, we can just run really close to them and we can do it instead. So now we've completed all the levels that we're going to do. We've got all the puzzle pieces, and we're going to put them in order. If I don't double click too fast, it just goes from basically from left to right, like as you can see. And we are entering the last stage. This has been an amazing run. Minus 1 stupid movement part. This has been a pretty fantastic run here. So now we're playing Reptar 2010.
Reporting live from
You know what the future's supposed to look like right here. So we're playing as Reptar now. And this whole part here is to allow Reptar just to kind of walk through the city. We destroy as much as you want. There's no points or system or anything like that. This is just to get to the end. Essentially, I think you're going
There's a crash on the
to
freeway
really kind of
involving
Reptar on
200
Ice. I think
cars and a
Reptar
giant
2010 is the
reptilian
Reptar on
monster.
Ice
You
episode,
want to steer clear of that
where
one.
the families take
Are you
Reptar and they
prepared for
sing stuff
giant
like that.
fire-breathing
Because at
dinosaur
the
attack?
end, we're going to do
We'll show you
a
how.
little show.
Tonight at 10.
But yes, this is the time that's coming up here very shortly, so I want to thank you all for hanging
This
out here
green
watching
giant is not very
Rugrats
jolly.
Reptar. This has been a favorite
Schuster
childhood
Roth
game of mine,
Insurance will
which
have
is
people standing by 24
allowed me to
hours to answer
speedrun
any
this,
claims,
which
unless
wanted me
you
to
want
speedrun
money.
this here. I normally am actually a Sonic speedrunner, Sonic streamer for that matter, for the most part, as you can see kind of over my right hand shoulder, I guess you will. And I will be back later in the marathon during our last Sonic block. But that is time, as Reptar now comes out and does a little dance for us. So yes, thank you again for allowing me to showcase this game. This is the first time I've done this game in a marathon. This game has been run by quite a few people. The world record holder, Raging Redneck, has showed this off in a lot of marathons before. So this is the first time I've gotten this into a marathon, so it's been pretty exciting. And yeah, that'll be it for me. I've enjoyed this, and it was a pretty good run. Good RNG. Thank you guys, and you all have a fantastic rest of the marathon.